Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? We're going to work on finalizing our fall plantings, and I have a box of seeds and a basket of seeds and a lot of seeds that we've been working on getting in the garden, and there's not much room left at all in the garden, so it's going to be a matter of planting the most important. I have to prioritize, what do I really need. I have my handy planting schedule, and this is something that I make up every planting season for. This holds 3 months at a time, and it's just a simple document I made up years ago. I used to color coordinate it with sow inside, transplant, direct sow outside, and I don't do that anymore. I just write it in there and hope that I know what I'm planting where, since I don't seed indoors. Now I will start a sheet like this for winter sowing. Winter sowing begins on December 21st and continues until, well, I usually don't winter sow anything in jugs after the end of February. Occasionally I might try to sneak some in March, but they really do better if you get them in during the cold, and they can just sit there, and then they'll start growing when it's time for them to grow. We're in September, and according to several different guides that I use, right now we can direct sow peas, radish, mustard, and lettuce. I may wait until it cools off a little bit more before I do my lettuce. And then by the end of the month, we can do collards and turnips, carrots, chard in October. I have the last sow dates for all of these things, and that is carrots, chard, spinach, radish, mustard, lettuce, and that is all in by the 21st of October. All of those things need to be planted in the ground, direct sow or transplants, either one. So if you're in a zone, I would say 7B to 9, now is the time to get a lot of this stuff going. Maybe even 7, just 7A or B. It's time to get a lot of this stuff going, and even though it is so hard to get seed up during the heat, and trust me, I know, because I've lost several different things that it was just too hot, to get them to come up. But we did get a good stand, and all of our containers have sprouts, except for 2 that I do have a little bit of room. I could put something in there. And I'm also thinking about the pecan trees that we uppotted. I'm thinking about planting some dill and cilantro. I'm going to keep this handy. I know that I want to do Swiss chard. Yet, that is one of my favorites. We talked about that. I've got some okra seed here. I'm not doing any more okra. I have a rainbow blend carrot package that I may try to fit some of those in. This is dill or parsley, and I'm going to plant some of these in the pecan tree pots. So we're going to do that. So I'll put that in the plant pile. And I believe all these are we're already done with this mess. Plant cabbage, purple sprouting broccoli, we have cauliflower, we have regular broccoli. I might try to plant some more red noodle beans because I didn't see that we got a lot of those up yet. Kohlrabi's good. That's Malabar spinach. That's a summer crop. Malabar spinach is a beautiful plant, and I did not get any I didn't find my seed until summer was almost over. So that box is stuff that's going to go back into the seed storage system. So here is our spinach. This is all spinach. And we'll put all these things together with that. And I would like to plant one more red cabbage somewhere. So I may plant that in where the okra and watermelon are, in ground, and see if it'll grow there, and if it will, if it does well, then I can cut out my okra for that. We do need to plant some more sugar peas, so we're going to put that in the basket. The basket is going to be things that we are going to plant soon. These are turnips and rutabagas, old rutabagas, and collards. Those will all be planted in the next 2 weeks. Those sprouts that I think are cilantro that didn't come up when I needed them to, and then I replanted again another batch of cilantro. If they both are cilantro, then I will also plant rutabagas and turnips in that space. The cilantro will be done and harvested before the rutabagas would be ready. And I'm only growing rutabagas because of Jess, and she over at Roots and Refuge, she's my favorite YouTuber ever, and she convinced me that I need to eat and at least try rutabaga. And then this looks like some kind of kale or cabbage. We're going to throw that in. Chives, and I totally forgot about these. I had ordered these, gosh, 3-4 weeks ago from M.I. Gardener when they were having their 40% off sale. Well, I forgot to plant them, so they need to go on top. I want to get some celery in the ground and get a harvest of celery this year. So we'll see. That's a lot of seeds considering I am out of room. We did the tour Saturday. I have one pot, but it is so overgrown with grass, and it has a desert willow stump in it that it did not come back this year. Well, I take that back. It came back, but then the grasshoppers repeatedly ate it down to nothing, and so it's not going to come back now. And so, sad but true. It's so hard gardening with massive quantities of grasshoppers, but I am thrilled that we have gotten this far with this garden, because 2 years ago they took out everything. The peach trees, the goji berry, I lost so many things. My grapevines, and what they didn't completely kill 2 years ago, they nearly killed everything last year. Perennials are gone because of grasshoppers. Oh, and my garlic chives. I don't know, they're just grand. I've had them for so many years, and they just really fight and keep coming back. So we'll have seeds from those really soon. And then I'm going to turn right around in the spring and plant those, and maybe go to market with some of those for sale, because they just grow. They're so prolific. And they really have taken a lot of abuse from me for them to be so good. But when I'm sowing seeds, I often think about how we sow into other people's lives, and what we sow into their lives, and what kind of crops are we producing that way. And when I started this channel, And I just believe that's something that we're supposed to talk about here, is sowing into other people's lives and the positive words that we can speak over people. I truly believe that we have what we say. And if we're speaking negative and critical and condemning things over ourselves or others, those things come to pass. And what we, Terry Savelle Foy likes to say, what we talk about, we bring about. And I believe it. I've seen it in my own life, and I've seen it in the lives of several people around me that, and it wasn't necessarily a positive thing. And so it's something I want to talk about occasionally with you. It's something that needs to be talked about. When I'm out in public somewhere, I hear the way people talk to themselves and to their children, and it absolutely makes me sad to think that people talk like that, you know. And so I'd like to get a conversation going about this. You know, they do say actions speak louder than words, but words are more powerful. They are like power containers. And I really believe this is something we need to talk about and bring to light. I think we need to bring this to light. So when you're sowing seeds, just think about what we are doing. You know, we're not sowing weeds and things that are going to come into our garden and take over and produce a terrible harvest that's inedible. We're sowing positive seeds, and these seeds, they want to go forth and grow, and our words want to do the same. So I ask you today, what seeds are y'all sowing? Thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. I really enjoy hearing from y'all. Thank you.